Hello. So I wanted to do a quick video talking about meal timing and meal frequency. This is often an area of a bit of confusion with most individuals. Firstly, there's kind of an old myth that you can speed up your metabolism by eating little and often. That's actually not the case. It just comes down to personal preference and then also goals, so what your fitness related goals are. It all starts with calories, if you remember that pyramid. So calories kind of at the energy balance at the base of that pyramid, and then we worked up into the macronutrients, and then obviously towards the top you get supplements, meal timing, etc. So obviously at the top, although play a part, they're not as important. But you know, if we're talking about goals, individual goals, the only time meal frequency would really be a little more considered would be for gaining muscle mass, where you need to pay attention to protein timing and making sure you're getting adequate amounts of protein in every three or 4 hours to make sure that you're utilizing the opportunity for protein synthesis. But that aside, just focusing on purely on weight loss, meal frequency has no impact whatsoever. It all comes down to kind of your personal day-to-day and weekly schedule, what works for you. For instance, you could have 2,000 calories in 4 meals, made up of obviously 500 calorie meals, or if you wanted to really break it down and have more meals for less calories, then you can do that as well. But either option will not have any impact on speeding up your metabolism. Your metabolism would stay the same. So obviously, talking about your day-to-day kind of routine, if you typically eat more calories in the evening, then I would suggest to you going for less calories during the earlier part of the day and then saving your calories for that evening meal with your family or partner. That way dieting's not too hard, well, it's not as hard, because obviously if you're sitting across from someone tucking into a big bowl of pasta and you're sat there with a salad, it can be quite challenging in that respect. So by saving calories for later points in the day, by saving your larger meals for that later point in the day, it's usually a lot easier. You know, it's saying that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It really isn't. It just, again, comes down to personal preference. So if you're habitually someone that kind of not that fussed on breakfast, typically skips it, then, you know, don't force yourself to have a breakfast. There's no massive benefit from having breakfast if you're not hungry in the mornings. And there's no cognitive benefit to having that morning meal. It doesn't impact. There's a few studies that looked into that specifically. So if you're looking at it from a work performance perspective, having a breakfast isn't going to have a huge impact on your concentration, your cognitive function. But you know, if you're someone that enjoys breakfast, and that's obviously your habit and your routine, it's important to kind of keep that in there. But yeah, I mean, just as an overall view, think about your day, plan your day, what works for you, what doesn't. So either skipping breakfast or having breakfast, saving your calories for a later point in the day. You could be one of those individuals, okay, I want to have a big lunch, I've got a work lunch, so I'm going to save the majority of my calories to that point of the day, and then the rest of the day I'll have less calories, just to either maintain your weight or lose weight. But the most important take-home message I can give you is meal frequency literally has no impact on your metabolism or increasing fat loss. It just comes down to you being able to adhere the diet you've chosen. So have a play around with different setups and see how you get on. But as I said, as always, please leave a comment if you have any questions about meal timing or meal frequency, or if you just need a little bit of help kind of planning out your day or having some suggestions. Again, please leave a message or a comment below, and I'll be more than happy to get back to you and kind of help you plan that out a bit more. Hope you found that helpful, and yeah, see you next time.